Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Renu. I'm ready with yet another update on TR to PR pathway, but at the same time, I'll be discussing a little more in detail about few good news out here. So that would be like temporary public policies for the open work permit. At the same time, a good news for the one who wants to sponsor their parents under super visa. So that definitely they've been an extension. I'll be covering that towards the very end of this video. So without wasting a minute, let's dive into our first timeline out here. And this is interesting because a lot of you had the confusion. What if you have made a couple of mistakes at the time of file submission? So here we go. This is an IG stream case, May 6th at 1:30 p.m. That's a submission time period at per Calgary, which is like a mountain time. So effectively, it's 3:30 p.m. Eastern time zone. So he made a couple of mistakes, like the form, which is main one, MM0008 form was not validated, and there was no name on the travel form. IMF 5406 form also had the wrong name, and then the digital photo with the wrong you know uh, directions out there. At the same time, four digits of the UCI number that was supposed to be correct, it's actually wrong. Even after making so many flaws, he was able to receive the AOR. So that's April 22nd. Now, in case if your visa officer might have a different vision or, outlook, so he probably would ask you to submit the web form or would ask you to submit same set of documents again. In this case, he was not asked, so that's an exception. There was an ADR for police clearance certificate at the very same day when he received the AOR. Everything was approved on May 26th, and today he was able to get the ECOPR. So, yeah, in case if you have made couple of mistakes, some of the documents are not there, and you're not able to hear back from IRCC for last 3 months, don't get into an impression that your application has been rejected, because there's one more case I wanted to talk about. Here we go for French stream. Submission was around September 1st. Application was linked on January 20th. And then there was an ADR for IMM 5669 form that was on March 14th. Now, he received the AOR in January itself, immediately after linking up the application, like 4 days later. But when he saw the status under his portal, it says that the application is cancelled, which is a matter of concern because he was at a stage where the AOR was also received, ADR was there, and the application was also linked. So he tried calling up IRCC, and you know how tough it is. It's a cumbersome job. So he got hold of IRCC agent, and it was told to him that there is an ADR which he did not see under his portal. So it was kind of confusing, and it's like a tough journey from March 14th till April 25th when he actually got an ADR for proof of leaving Quebec. Since he has applied under French stream, it becomes a mandatory requirement for him to make sure that not just because he has applied under French, but since he was living in Quebec, it becomes a mandatory requirement because this is one of the condition and guidelines that you need to be outside of Quebec and you have to show that intention. So there was an ADR for proof of leaving Quebec. So you can certainly get the documents from your rented, like you can get a rent deed from Toronto or Calgary or wherever you are trying to move to. So get those information, or you can get a bank accounts like a statement from a new province. So these kind of things could be as a proof that you have moved out of Quebec or you are intending to do that. Then there was a portal request on June 2nd. Then there was an ECOPR today itself. I've got real good number of timelines, to be honest. I mean, yeah, they were real good rollouts out here. Another timeline for Prem is under stream B. Submission was on May 30th at 12 p.m. AOR was received, ADR for Indian PCC. All were done in one go. And then he requested for the GCMS notes on May 1st. It always takes 1 month time period in receiving the feedback from GCMS. Now, 99% of the time, you will get the response on GCMS notes, where you'll get all the notes, whatever has been going on around your application, like the visa officer is making notes on your file. So you'll be able to view it through the help of GCMS. And he got it on June 1st. And within a week time period, he got the portal request. So this is a coincidence. It's not that you have to go for GCMS notes and then your application would be through. It's just a matter of coincidence out here. You can certainly skip that part in case if you're not very much concerned about it. Okay, another timeline is for Jeet under IG stream. May 6th is the submission time. AOR was received and then he was able to get all the updates under his portal, and today itself he got the PR portal. So once you get the PR confirmation, I have already shared the format how the letter would look like. You just have to follow the instructions, upload your photograph and the address, and you're good to go to receive your ECOPR. That generally take maybe a 2 days or 3 days, and sometimes it may go up to 2 weeks time period also. Okay, IG stream May 7th at 12:57 a.m. submission time. AOR was received on February 15th, and then there was an ADR in the month of May. IELTS like the TRF, and then the IMM 5669 form. Portal credential email was from Calgary office on June 2nd, and within a week time period, again, he was able to receive the ECOPR. Okay, this is another timeline for stream B, where Roshan has applied on July 8th at 6:30 p.m. Now, many of you have applied in the month of May and June, and they've not been able to receive any response. So it is not an indication that whenever I share any timeline for July, that all the backlogs been through. You will get through. Okay. Now, application was linked with the number and the UCI. That was today itself. Okay, this is stream B. Submission is May 6th at 8 p.m. under NOC 6611, and he applied for the work permit also in June, and within a month time period he got the approval also as an extension, and then the web form was sent for PCC and medicals, which he thought that is required, and it worked for him that he was not requested to redo the same thing, and eventually got the AOR that was on March 30th, and then there was an ADR for IMM 5669 form that was on May 24th. Now, it took him almost, you can see like almost 2 weeks in receiving the notification from IRCC stating that the application is approved and the ECOPR was received, and that's from Calgary office. That's today. Okay, these were all timelines. Now let's dive into our news. Okay, this is an update for all of you who have applied under TR to PR pathway, open work permit. So in this case, I'm just gonna do it this way. Yeah. So open work permit, it's for applicants under TR to PR pathway. So now you can apply for an open work permit, but you can no longer submit an application for permanent residence over here. Residence, if you have already applied for permanent residence, you can still sign in to view your application. So changes to the open work permit and the temporary resident permanent resident is your family members outside of Canada can now apply for an open work permit. So if you remember, I have already explained the whole steps, and it's one of my video. I always share the link for that, where I have explained from scratch till and how you can apply for open work permit. But in this case, now principal applicant is not the only one who would apply for the open work permit. So if your spouse is in India or in your native country, they can also apply using following instructions and guidelines. If you want me to cover that, I would definitely do it on the weekend. Yeah, let me know in case if you want more clarification on that. But there are guidelines, you can follow them along. So remember that your spouse can actually apply from your native country. They don't have to be physically present out here in Canada. And they have all the instructions like who can apply, and all you have to fill out the forms. So the pattern would remain the same, like how the principal applicant is supposed to do it, which I've already explained. But now you can do it from your native country. That's a great news. Yeah. All right. People like us, like, my parents are also in India, including my in-laws. So this is really great in case if you are inviting any of your parents, they don't have to stay back here for 2 years time period. Now it's been extended to 5 years per entry. So this is actually a proposal. So probably they would finalize it. And yeah, so Canada to increase the length of stay for parents and grandparents. And surprisingly, it was actually on here effective July 4th. So the length of stay for super visa holders will be increased to 5 years per entry into Canada. People who currently have a super visa also have the option to request to extend their stay by up to 2 years while in Canada. This means current super visa holders will now be able to stay in Canada for up to 7 consecutive years, which means that if your parents are already here in Canada for like last 2 years and now the extension has been done for 5 years, so they can actually do it for 7 years. This is amazing. I love it. And at present, super visa, you can just follow those news. So this is all. I would be sharing the link of this news in case if you want to get hold of this information. But this is amazing. I love this particular news, especially from, from family point of view. So yeah, I do have three little kids, so it will be great in case if their grandparents visit us, not for 2 years. So this would be like, a lot of investment that actually happens there. So I can understand when you're working out here. So this is a great news for parents like us. I hope this video has been little help to you, and in case if it does, don't forget to subscribe to my channel for future updates, as I will be covering on all the categories as in when I get hold of them, and I'll try to get hold of more timelines, not just for the TR to PR pathway, but for federal skilled worker program as and when they start. All right, take care and stay safe, guys, and thanks for supporting me. Bye.